Irashamase. It's your agent spirit. And I know it's been a long time, but I got a special treat for you guys. I'm with an OCG judge and instructor. Here's his credentials from 7 years ago and his current one right now, as you can see. And he's going to showcase off his first place deck at a Japanese regional shop tournament. And he's going to go on to the regional. It's like Japan's version. They call it Nihon Senshu Shiken. But he played Volcanics. Yeah, so he's gonna showcase off his deck, and we're gonna do like a little bit of like play afterwards. So stay tuned for that. Anyways, let's get started.
Volcanic back shot, scatter shot, blaze accelerator.
Alright, so we got 3 scatter shots and 3 blaze accelerator reloads. So this is just his absolute most favorite archetype, and he's been playing this for years, right? So, and he wanted to showcase that he can still play these cards in today's meta and go first. And then we have
Declare Diviner.
Diviner of the Herald, 3 copies. Everyone knows what this does. You can drop a fairy monster, which is this one specifically, which is Goddess with the 3rd eye. He pitches this to the graveyard. Then this also can be used for any fusion material. Yeah, well, of course, he's playing the Tearalament package with the fusion monsters, of course. Right, 3 copies: Merlee, and Havness, and Shireen, and Reynolds. Yes. Thank you. And then the Ishizu package, of course. Very standard for today's meta. Right? Yes, they drop it down. So 3 Kelbex, 3 Mudra, and 1 of each of these 2, Agito and Keldo.
ムドラとかで、ボイルクイックバックショットデッキに戻して活動を落としてなんかもできるか繰り返し使える。
So he uses Mudra to send back the scatter shots back to the deck, and then he activates the Blaze Accelerator Reload to just wipe the field at like any time.
これターン1がないから何回でも使える一旦。
So he says because these trap cards don't have a once per turn clause, he can do it as many times in a single turn, which kind of messes with the opponent.
これも3まで戻せるからこれで戻して。
So Mudra can put back 3 cards, so he puts back the 3 scatter shots and does it over and over again. Burns for opponent, and yeah, it's pretty good. And then he's going to show off his 1-ofs in the deck, starting with well, of course we're in the OCG, we got some things. Yeah, so Maxis, right? 3 copies, OCG style, right? Fairy Tale Snow to drop things down, right? And actually to get free summons, Jet Synchron and Herald of the Orange Lights.
ジェットシこれはいいとして、違うな。これか。ジェット効果で、これ切ることによって特殊召喚できるわけだから、じゃあ発動できるよねっていうね。ここで。
So he uses this to pitch this to the grave, and he can activate it.
もちろん、こことか。
Okay. So he can also send a trap card to the graveyard, so he can activate it later, which is very useful. So it's very big utility in the deck.
これもここら辺。 に、まあ、一緒に墓地に送って、
Oh, so he uses that. Of course, he uses the herald, the orange light as a negate counter. Then he can pitch these guys to the graveyard and start off a combo.
まあ、例えば相手高校ターンもらったとして相手の、まあ、持ってた場合相手のターン中にも、まあ、5枚落としから始まれるみたいなところも強み。
He can start his. If he goes second, he can pitch this graveyard to negate something, and then mill 5 cards, and then start going off the combo. So it's good both going first and second. And then one. What's his name?
まあ、ドイブ、B6、
Okay. Bestial and Magmood and Kashtira Fenrir and Tearalament's Kashtira. One copy of each.
まあパワーカードなんやけどもちゃんとデッキとしてのまとまりもあって例えばやけどここら辺これはこことここのコンボ性があって例えばやけどここら辺にあってねさっきのとここれベアトリスにやったりだとか
Okay, so these are very like combo-ish cards. So he can go for these, get this out, go into Chaos Ruler, or go Diviner with this, overlay into Beatrice, and very combo-esque. And then you can get into this package over here and go off.
だったらまあレベル6。
Yes.
まあまあね。
Okay, so specifically why he runs this is because this Diviner can go to become level 6, so that way it exceeds with this to become Beatrice.
でも俺でも何でも落とせるから強いね。まあここら辺でまたここ落としてもいいし、ここら辺落としても強いっていうのがある。
Many different ways to drop your trap card. Your Blaze reload, Blaze accelerator reload to the graveyard, so you can keep on doing the volcanic stuff.
またこれも5枚落として1枚加える効果やからまた落とす。まあこのデッキのコンセプトとしてデッキをもう落としきってしまうっていうところがあるのでうまく回れば残りのデッキは5枚とか3枚とかになったりする。
So the main concept of the deck is just to mill yourself out, get the pieces you want in the graveyard, and just activate Blaze Accelerate Reload as many times as possible. And by the end of the combo, you probably only have like 3 to 5 cards left in the deck instead.
Magic card.
Then now for the spells and traps.
先にここら
Foolish Barrel Goods, obviously to drop this.
まあサリーク。Tearalamentサリーク。
To drop these two, Tearalament's Salik and the Blaze Reload Cannon up again.
まあこちらのどちらかが選択できて、
Yeah, you can choose either which.
まあ例えばここら辺とかでここ持ってくるここら辺かここ持ってくるここ持ってくるここ持ってくるみたいな選択肢があって、例えば初動を引けてないときはこれ落としてこれ持ってくるとかこっち持ってくるこっち持ってくる。なんてことだろう。
So he can activate Foolish Barrel Goods, Barrel Goods, and send this trap card to the graveyard and search these guys out, girls out, so he can start comboing off.
本当は3枚入れたいんやけど、今は純制限やから2枚しか
入れない。He wants to put in 3 copies, but it's semi-limited, so 2 copies.
そう。よし。でこれ次かな。これか。まあ。
And then Foolish Burial, of course.
まあ。
Drop.
落とせるし、落とせる。
Things to drop to the graveyard with Foolish Burial Goods.
なんでもね。
Any of these cards.
その時に必要なカードを落として動いていきます。やっぱり。
So that's a very good utility card. Must run.
そうね。
Foolish Burial, always been good.
Terraforming.
Terraforming to search out the Tearalament's field spell or the Kashtira field spell to get your search going.
まあね、持って入れてたり。
Yeah, so this deck is supposed to be very, easy to get going.
っていう感じかな。はい。じゃあメインは
ジョブで事故ったりすることある？
もちろんあるけど、結構いけてて、今までボルカニックデッキの弱点っていうのが、やっぱりどうしてもボルカニックモンスターとブレイズキャノンマガジンを引きすぎてしまう。つまりは一番やばいのはバックショットっていうのが、3枚デッキに入れないと効果を発動できないカードであるから、対して、はっきり言ったら、その500ダメージ与えるだけの効果なのに、持ってたらそんなわけやね。で、いつかは引くから弱いと。なんやけど、今ここら辺で強化が、どこ行ったんでしょう。ここら辺が、何かあったらカットして。ここら辺で。ここら辺を、これ2枚引いてしまうとかが、やっぱり弱い。事故ってたんやけど。
So basically, he says that, yeah, he does brick with his deck, and that having 2 of these cards in his hand is very weak. But
で、スプライトエルフ。
That's where Sprite Elf comes in.
この存在がでかいね。レベル2モンスターで作れるので、いわゆるバックショットを引いても事故になりづらくなった。これはかなりボルカニックデッキとしては大きい進歩。
Okay, so because it's level 2, he can make Sprite Elf, and it makes it a lot easier to get rid of the scatter shots from his hand. And Herald is also level 2, so it makes things a lot easier. And this is also level 2, so yeah, very good synergy. So if he doesn't brick often, but if he does brick, this is how things go down.
だからこのバックショットがレベル2だっていうことがやっぱりこのデッキ、あとこれの存在が相当大きいね。で、相手単地にもこれ出せるので、さらにデッキを墓地に送るっていうのが加速できる。
So yeah, these things can speed things up, and then because it's a Sprite Elf makes it harder to. Well, even if he bricks, there's still play. And then the rest of the extra deck, please. Yes. Okay, and of course we have Chaos Ruler, Beatrice, Tearalament's Fusions, Sprite Elf, Abyss Dweller, what? I forget his English name. Please look it up for me. Douglas, number 60, and Beatrice, of course. Unicorn, some basic link package, unicorn, elf, Owls, Dark, and IP Masquerena, access code Talker, and Astro. And that makes a 15 deck, extra deck.
で、そうかな、全部が、このボルカニックにつながるように組んであって、結局全部ブレイズ系のマガジンを落としたりだとかデッキを掘って相手の墓地のリソースだけで相手の盤面を処理して戦うデッキになってるから、弱点としてはやはり相手にこれを出されたりとか墓地ロックをかけられることが一番の弱点。
So this deck's weakness is basically if there's a lock to the graveyard, Necro Valley, Abyss Dweller, whatever. If there's a lock to the graveyard, he can't play the deck, but his whole extra deck is dedicated to just milling out his deck so he can combo off.
例えばやけど、ここら辺とかも普通に強いわけやけど、ここら辺を手札から切ったりだとか、
even with Unicorn and Phoenix, with their effects, he can discard the Blaze Cannon, Blaze Accelerator, Reload. Sorry, Japanese name is Blaze Cannon, so we're going to say Blaze Cannon sometimes. Or drop these. So yes, his entire extra deck is dedicated to dropping combo pieces and stuff he needs in the graveyard.
まあそうね。まあこれ言ったし、こうか。これが結構特筆するべきポイントがあって、まあ作るわけやけども、これがワン効果2ドローワンハンデスの効果があるんやけど、こっちのがその捨てるっていうのは効果処理よ。ティアラメンツカードが起動できるよ。
Okay, so
かなりでかい。
there's a specific reason he runs this for the effect to draw 2 and discard 1, and because he can discard that 1, he can go into the fusions. So it's very strong.
まあいけたりとか。
Yes.
でもここら辺が入ってくるんやけど、結局はもうどの盤面でもこれを作るためにこれがいけるよ。まあ結局レベル2ランク2リンク2を使ったら作れるモンスターなので、ここ一旦モンスターの数がマイナスになったとしても、ここら辺作って相手のモンスター引っ張ることによってこれを組めるので、これさえ組めれば、さっきみたいに、レギュラーディバインやったりメイルやったりで結局落とせると。
So the reason why he plays Owls and Dark is because he just needs materials to go into Sprite Elf. So even if he goes minus, making these guys and then going to Sprite Elf, it's still beneficial for him to go into the combos.
でそんなことくらいかな。でここら辺結局これで作って、ここら辺で結局その防御力が非常に高いデッキであるっていうところが売りだったりするわけで。
So yeah, he said this deck is very good going defensively.
平均でだいたい5から7の妨害が墓地フィールド込みで、だいたい5から7の妨害が先行で立てる。
He said he could build like up to 5 to 7 disruptions using both field and graveyard during his first turn.
ワンターン3ブレイドアクセラレーターボルカニックスキャットショットも全然夢じゃない可能な状況になってる。
He says first turn he could do 3 blaze cannon accelerators no problem sometimes. So it just depends on the matchup really.
相手ターン中にサンダーボルト